This conference will now be recorded.
चतुर्मुखसमारम्भां वाग्भटाचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् रागादिरोगान् सततानुषक्तानशेषकायप्रसृतानशेषान् औत्सुक्यमोहारदिदान् जघान यो पूर्ववैद्याय नमोऽस्तु तस्मै. So in our last session, I think we were discussing the karma of Amlarasa. Karodi Kabhapittasram Mudhavadanulomanah. That is what we completed in our last session. Now, the problems associated with the Atyubayoga, Atyabhyasana of Amlarasa. Sotyabhyastastano kurya chaidhilyam timiram bhramam kandu pandutva visarpa shobha visphoda trijwaran. Kandu pandutva visarpa shobha visphoda trijwaran. Saha atyabhyastaha tanoho kuryad shaidhilyam timiram bhramam Kandu Pandutva Visarpa Shobha Visphoda Trijwaran. Saha Amlahara Saha Atyabhyastaha Adisevitaha Saha Amlahara Saha Shaidhilyam Kuryad. Shaidhilyam, Shidhilata. It's a familiar word. The Avayava or Sharira, which is Shidhila, practically it is becoming loosened from its normal that fixity or compactness or that integrity or whatever it is. Shaidhilyaha. Timiram. Shaidhilyam. Timiram. So, Timiram kuryad. Shaidhilyam kuryad. Timiram kuryad. Timiram by name is a Netra Roga. Drishtigata Roga. But that need not be the case always. Timiram can be Tamapravesham as well. It can be Tamapravesham as well. Need not be the Vyadhi called Timiram all the time. Of course, it has got the potential in Atyubayoga or Atyabhyasana to cause the specific Netra Roga Timiram as well. We all know how the Amla Rasobayoga in excess can cause Netra Rogas. Bhramam is the sort of dizziness. These days it is known by the name, very easily known by the name vertigo. Bhramam. Of course, this Bhramam is of various types, but this is a general term. There can be different types of experience or different experiences of Bhramam in different persons in different conditions. But now here it is a highly generalized term, Bhramam, the sort of dizziness. Then what else? So it is Shaidhilyam Kuryad, Timiram Kuryad, Bhramam Kuryad. Then Kandu. Kandu. Amlam is an Agneya Rasa. Agneya Rasa at the same time Snigdha Rasa, and Snigdhada with the Agneyata in excess. Atyabhyastaha. Snigdhada with the Agneyada in excess can cause Kabhapitta Dushti. And Kabhapitta Dushti can manifest in many ways, and almost all of them can be seen explained in that second list. Kandu, Pandutvam, Visarpam, Shobham, Vispodam, Trit, Jwaram. All these things can have Kabhapitta Dushti as the basic platform. Quite understandable. This should be kept in our mind, because now later we will find Kadurasa. Kadurasa is also Ushna, but it is Ushna Ruksha. Amla is Ushna Snigdha. Again we are going to see Lavana, which is also Ushna, Atyushna. Lavana is Atyushna. And that is also Snigdha. So two Ushna Snigdha Rasas and one Ushna Ruksha Rasa in the league of Agneya Rasas. In the league of Agneya Rasas. So it will be interesting to make an understanding or try for an understanding about the way in which these Agneya Rasas are going to influence the Kriya Shariram. So here it is Ushna Snigdha. We discussed in our last session about the Snigdha Rasa, Snigdha Guna of Amlada. Actually it is Agnikshma, Bhumi and Agni. And I also mentioned that, okay, there is a group, or at least a difference in opinion. There is a difference in opinion about the Bhuda predominance of Amla Rasa, whether it is Jala and Agni, as in the case of Lavana. It is because of the remaining Bhudas that one became Lavana and the other became Amla. Both are Agni Jala Pradhana. So that sort of a opinion is already there. Just 1 minute. Hello, Suraj, namaskaram. തൽക്കാലം ഒരെണ്ണം അത് കഴിക്കൂ ഇന്ന്. അതല്ല നമുക്ക് പറഞ്ഞത്, സാറില്ല ഇന്ന് രാത്രി അതൊരെണ്ണം കഴിച്ചോളൂ, എന്നിട്ട് നാളെ രാവിലെ ഒന്ന് വിളിച്ചോളൂ. അതെ അതെ കേട്ടോ, ശരി. Sorry for that. Yeah, so we were talking about the Agneyada. So the type of Vikaras that we can keep in our mind. What is the Vikaras connected with the Amla Rasa? Kandu, Pandutva, Visarpa, Shobha, Vispoda, Trijwaran. And in the first we saw Timiram and Brahmam. We need not be Swadandra Vikaras, but Vyadhi Lakshanas sometimes. With these points in our minds, we will move forward. So I am repeating the two lines. Sotyabhyastastano kuryachaidhilyam timiram brahmam kandu pandutva visarpa shobha vispoda trijwaran. Now we will find the Lavana Rasa karma. Lavana Rasa karma. Oh, before that, I think we should see what Vagbhada has mentioned in Ashtanga Sangraha. That is also an interesting point. Sometimes some extra observations may be there in Sangraha. Later Hridaya, Vagbhada in Hridaya might have slimmed it off by sort of an editing work. So in Ashtanga Sangraha we find Janayati Shidhilatvam Sevida Sodi Dehe Kabhavilayana Kandu Panduda Drigvikhadan Chadavihita Visarpam Raktapittam Pipasam Swayadhumapi Krishanam Taijasatvad Brahmam Cha. It is very beautiful. The explanation given in Sangraha is so beautiful, poetic as well, so very easy to by heart. See, Janayadi Shidhilatvam Shilida Sodi Dehe Adishilitaha Saha Dehe Shidhilatvam Janayati. That is the first point given, first highlighted point. Adishilitaha Saha Amlaha Rasaha Dehe Sharire Shidhilatvam Janayati. Then what else in the list of Janayati? Kabhavilayanam Janayati. It causes vilayana of Kabha by challenging the sthira guna of Kabha. Snigdhashido Gururmanda Slakshno Mritsna Sthira Kabha. By challenging that sthira guna, Asthirikaranam, and Vilayanam, Kabha Vilayanam. Kabha Vilayanam. And when that Kabham is Vilayitam, what all happens? Kandu, Panduda, Drigvikhadan. So Vilayita Kabham can cause Drigvikhadam, Netra Upakhadam. It can damage the Drishti, Drigvikhadam. Then Kshatavihita Visarpam. It can cause Kshatavihita Visarpam. That is Kshataja Visarpam. That is interesting, no? It is sort of a Raktaja Visarpam. Kshatavihita Visarpam. Raktapittam. It can cause Raktapittam. Pipasam. Trishna. Trit. We find it in Trit. Swayadhumapi Krishanam. Swayadhumapi. It is very interesting. We should keep this point in our minds. The Swayadhu is very specifically mentioned, which we saw in Ashtanga Hridaya also. That means the Shobham. Krishanam. Krisha. Those who are suffering with the Karsyam, Taija Sattvad Brahmam Cha. Because of the Taija Sattva of the Rasa, Amla Rasa can cause Brahmam for the Krisha. For those who are having Karsyam, this can cause Brahmam. So it is not specified in Hridaya, but here it is very specifically mentioned that Krishanam Taija Sattvad Brahmam Cha. This is what about? All about Adi Abhyasana of Amla Rasa. Now we will move on to Lavana Rasa. Lavana Stambha Sanghada Bandha Vidhmapanognikrit. Bandha Vidhmapanognikrit. Snehana Svedana Stikshno Rojana Cheda Bheda Krit. Rojana Cheda Bheda Krit. So, yeah, so the Yukta that we will read later. We will first see the first two lines. Lavana Stambha Sanghada Bandha Vidhmapanognikrit. Snehana Svedana Stikshno Rojana Cheda Bheda Krit. Lavanaha Stambha Sanghada Bandha Vidhmapanaha. Vidhmapanaha Nashanaha. Something which destroys, destroys what? Stambham. Stambha vidmapanaha, sanghada vidmapanaha, bandha vidmapanaha. Stambha vidmapanaha, sanghada vidmapanaha, and bandha vidmapanaha. So nashanaha, something which destroys stambham, sanghadam, and bandham. Stambham. Stambham is all about the some sort of an incapacitation, where the organ or that particular structure is not able to function properly. Some sort of a stambham has happened, especially in terms of its movement. Stambham, jihva stambham, manya stambham. We have seen all these examples. So here stambham, sanghada vidmapanaha, stambha vidmapanaha. So lavana can destroy stambham. Lavana can destroy sanghadam. Sanghadam is sort of a kadhinyam. Even the Hemadri, I think, is explaining it that way. Yeah, sanghadam is kadhinya, kadhinada, something which is becoming kadhinam, against rule, kadhinam. So lavana can destroy that kadhinya. Sanghada vidmapanaha, bandha vidmapanaha, bandha vidmapanam. Bandham is something about a block in a srotas. So lavana can remove, destroy that sort of a block in the srotas as well. Bandha vidmapanaha. Agni krita. We already mentioned that lavana is one among the three Agneya rasas. It is Bhumi Jala predominant. Sorry, Jala Agni predominant. It is a Jala Agni predominant rasa. So it is Agni Krit. It increases, improves, enhances the Agni. Then Snehanaha. It is Snigdha rasa. So it can increase Snehana. We have seen these all things. Stambha Sanghada Bandha Vidmavanatvam. We are using Stambha Vidmavanatvam in Sweda Kriyas. Sanghada Vidmavanatvam in Lepanam, where there is Grandhi or a Ghana Shobham. We are using this Lavana Rasa for that purpose. Bandha Vidmapanam, Sroda Shuddhigaram. We are again, the other day we mentioned about the Chinja Lavana Tailam. That Lavana Rasa is good in Bandha Vidmapanam. Agni Krita, we are using both rasas, Lavana Rasa as well as Amla Rasa. That there is one quotation, some slokas, not sloka, one saying in the ancient literatures. You eat whatever you like, and however what much quantity you like, and last at the end you drink some takram with lavanam. Everything will be pakvam, everything will be digested. So Agni Krit, that way it is Agni Krit. It enhances the Agni. Then Snehanaha, Snigdhada, Swedanaha, Agneyata, Tikshnaha. Tikshnada shows its power. It's a so sort of a, yeah, I think I'm not going to explain Tikshnada after a detailed class on Dravyad Vijnaniya. Rojanaha. Rojanaha, something which is increasing, which can increase the ruji. So it is a rujikara dravya, lavanam. Annadravya rujikaranam agryam. We all know it is Annadravya rujikaranam agryam, isn't it? So rojanaha, cheda bheda krit. It is cheda krit as well as bheda krit. Chedakrit, chedanam, cutting apart. Remove something by cutting is called chedanam. Then Bhedanam. Bhedanam is piercing. So when there is some sort of an excessive mamsam or twag related to some vranam or something like that, some kshatam or something like that, then lavana is used to remove that excessive or that accumulated or that debris type of thing, as if it is removed using a shastram. Actually, there is no usage of shastram, but in the same manner, this lavana can do the chedana karmam of that particular pralambida mamsam or something of that nature. So that is chedam. Bhedakrit, in some pakvashobha vidaranam, lepas which are which contain the lavana rasa is generally used. That is bhedakrit. It has got the capacity to act as a bhedana dravya. Bhedakrit. So lavanaha stambha sanghada bandha vidhmavano agnikrut snehana swedana stikshno rojana cheda bhedakrit. Cheda bhedakrit. Coming to Ashtanga Sangraha, I think we will be seeing only Hridaya and Sangraha, because I think these things are basic things, basic explanations. We need not go here and there looking for some extra points. In Ashtanga Sangraham, we find Lavanaha Stambha Bandha Sanghada Vidhmapanaha Sarvarasa Pratyanikaha. It is Sarvarasa Pratyanikaha. Pratyanigam Viparidam. Sarvarasa Pratyanigam opposite to all other rasas. So it opposes all other rasas. That is a special karma of Lavana rasa. Then Deepanaha, Rojanaha, Pajanaha, which is not mentioned in Hridaya. Pajanaha, Kledanaha, Shoshanaha. Two contradictory statements. It is Kledanaha as well as Shoshanaha. Kledanam and Shoshanam are Viparita karma. So Lavana, either I think it is some error might have happened, but even otherwise I think it can be explained, I think. And it does. Lavana Rasa can be seen doing these works. Kledanam is because of its Jala Bhava. That is why we are using this Lavana Rasam for Sadhya Snehana. It has got this Kledana property. But I think that excessive Kleda, what will happen in due course or in after generating the Kleda, unlike Madhura Rasa, the Agneda will cause its Shoshana later. So primarily Kledana and then Shoshana. So Lavana can do both these opposite karma. First Kledana and then Shoshana is possible. That is why Sangraha mentions it as two opposite properties in the same dravya. Then Snehanaha, Swedanaha, Bhedanaha, Chedanaha, Saraha. It has got Saraguna. Vyavai. It is a Guna Vishesha. Vikashi. It is Vikashi as well. Haradi Pavanam. Vadashamanam. Vishyandayadi Kabham. Vishyandayadi Kabham. It is a Pitta Pragopi Rasa, Vada Shamana Rasa, not Lavana Kopana Rasa, Lavana Vishyandana Rasa. That Vishyandana will act as Kupita Kabha. That is an interesting part. This is important because the way in which Madhura Rasa is influencing Kabha and Amla Rasa is influencing Kabha, and lavana rasa influencing kapha. These points are to be conceived properly. It is interesting. So vishyandayadi kapham vishodhayadi srodamsi. That is also a contradictory statement, isn't it? When there is kabha vishyandanam, that will cause srodha upalepam. But lavana rasa will cause kabha vishyandanam. At the same time, it will cleanse the srodhas as well. Vishodhayadi srodamsi. So I think interestingly, we can find that the kabha is a unique, lavana is a unique rasa having very strange properties in first look. Very strange properties in its first look. So we all know that okay, there are some other peculiarities. We have excluded lavana rasa from the kashaya yoni, isn't it? And there are meantime there are certain kalpana visheshas by the name lavana, isn't it? That ashtanga lavanam or nalikera lavanam. There are many lavana kalpanas. Interestingly, we will not find that sort of kalpanas with maybe Mathura or Ramla. So that also is an interesting. So such kalpanas may be using or maybe providing that Sara, Vikashi, Vyavai gunas. And by adding this lavana as prakshepa in other dravyas, say for example in kashaya kalpana, kwadha kalpana, shruta kwadham, that shruta kashayam, we add this lavanam, saindhavam maybe as some prakshepam, and thereby we enhances, we increases this sara, vyavai, vikashi gunas of the particular kashaya. So all these things are related to these potentials listed for lavana rasa. Now we will find the atyabhyasana doshas of lavana rasa. Atyabhyasana doshas of lavana rasa. Sodi yuktosra pavanam ghaladim palitam valim त्रिट्कुष्ठ विष विसर्पान् जनयेद क्षपयेद बलम्. सोदियुक्तोस्रपवनं खलदिं पलिदं वलिं खलदिं पलितं वलिं त्रिट्कुष्ठ विषविसर्पान् जनयेद क्षपयेद बलम्. Adiyuktaha saha lavanaha rasaha. The rasa lavana, when used in excess, adiyuktaha, asrapavanam, vadashonitam. It can cause asrapavanam, vadashonitam. Then ghaladi and palitam. It can cause baldness and graying. Both are kapala rogas, isn't it? Baldness and graying of hair. Khaladim palidam valim. Vali is some sort of a changes that is seen on the skin, like wrinkles. Valim. Khaladim palidam valim. Tritkushta vishavisarpan janayed. Janayed. That will cause the manifestation of trit, trishna, kushtam, a list of twag vikaras, visham. Actually, lavana as such is not causing visha, but it causes vishavruddhi. Vishavruddhi. Visarpam. Visarpam we saw in amla rasa as well. Visarpam. Tritkushta vishavisarpan janayed. Then shabayed balam. Balam shapayed. Kshabayed, it will destroy, it will decrease, it will reduce what? Balam. It will reduce the balam, deha balam. I think every word is very clear, nothing to be over explained. We will see what is listed in Ashtanga Sangraham as the Atyupayoga doshas of Lavana Rasa. Ghalati Palida Trishna Tapa Murcha Visarpa Shwayadhu Kidibha Kodha Kshevarodha Srapittam Chada Vishamada Vruddhim Vadaraktam Karodi Chabayadi Balamoja Sodi Vasevanena. Again, I think the slokas in this regard in Ashtanga Sangraha looks very easy to learn by heart and very beautiful also. We will read it once again and then see the words. Ghalati palida trishna taba murcha visarpa Shwayadhu kidibha kodhaksheva rodhasrapittam Chada vishamada vruddhim Vadaraktam karodi Chapayadi balamoja sodiva sevanena Ghaladi paditam trishna tapam tapam ushma temperature murcha murcha tendency to faint, to fall unconscious. Murcha visarpa we already saw in the Ashtanga Hridayam as well. Shwayadhu Kidibham Kodham Tvagvigaras. Kidibham Kodham Akshepam. That is very, very important. Lavana Atyubayogam can cause Akshepam. Akshepam is generally considered as a Vada Vigara. Lavana is Vada Shamana. But Atyubayoga of Lavana can cause Akshepaga Vikara. Akshepaga Vikara. That is very, very important. Especially when you are sitting in the clinic and somebody is coming with maybe Aksheba Lakshanas intermittently, and then you ask for more details. Obviously, your curiosity takes you to know more about his blood pressure levels. Then also sometimes they may be saying something about their changing levels of some electrolytes or sodium, potassium, like that. So you will be trying to see what can be done to reduce the sodium levels or what can be done to regulate the electrolyte balance, or what can be done, which medicine is good to reduce the blood pressure. All these things, I think most of the practitioners will be thinking like this many a times in the same day. But when you see these things, that means the Atyubayoga of Lavana, Shwayadhu Kidibha Koda Aksheba, Aksheba. I think there may be many things for the practitioners. Rodham, Rodham, Asrapittam. Rodham, actually the Lavana Rasa in its normal use can clear the Rodha, but Atyubayoga can cause Rodha. Rodha of anything. Rodha of that Asrapittam is Raktapittam. Sometimes this may be interpreted as Rodha of Asrapittam as well, of Rakta and Pitta. Rodham. So that is also a possibility. That is also a possibility. Sure, that Khalati Shwayadhu Kidibha Kodha Aksheba Rodha Asrapittam. Technically it is very difficult to do make an Anvayam like that, but that Rodham, it can cause Rodham in any Srodhas, that is the normal meaning, and it can also cause Asrapittam. Asrapittam is Raktapittam. Then Kshata Vishamada Vriddhim. Kshata Vishamada Vriddhim. Vriddhi is a name of a disease, but here it is not that meaning. Here it means Vriddhi. Vriddhi, increase. Increase of what? Kshatam. Kshatam is Vranam. Visham, Visham. So it is Vishavruddhikaram. Madam, it can increase the Mada. Madam is the bhava caused by Madhyam, isn't it? So that Madam, it can increase Madam. Kshata Mada, Shada Visha Mada Vriddhim. Vadaraktam Karodi. It can cause Vadaraktam. Kshapayadi Balam. Kshapayadi Balam. Reduces, decreases the Balam. Kshapayadi Ojah. It reduces the ojas. Saha adi sevanena. Adi sevanena lavanaha does all these mischiefs. All these things can be caused by lavana rasa atyupayoga. So this is very important in its clinical perspective. Now we will see the tikta rasa karma. Tikta rasa. I always wondered why this achakshushyata of the lavana is excluded. That atyupayoga of lavana can cause damage to the drishti. But somewhere or other, I think it is not included in the atyupayoga doshas of lavana rasa. Anyway, now coming to tikta. Tikta swayam arojishtu. Arujim krimitridvisham कुष्ठमूर्छा ज्वरोत्क्लेश दाह पित्त कभान जयेद क्लेदमेदो वसामज्ज शगृन्मूत्रोपशोषणः लघुर्मेध्यो हिमो रूक्षः स्तन्यकण्ठविशोधनः तिक्त स्वयं अरोजिष्णुररुजिं कृमितृद्विषं कुष्ठमूर्च्छाज्वरोल्क्लेश दाह पित्त कभाञ्जयेद क्लेदमेदो वसामज्ज शगृन्मूत्रोपशोषणः लघुर्मेध्यो हिमो रूक्षः स्तन्यकण्ठविशोधनः तिक्तः रसः स्वयं अरोजिष्णुः स्वयं अरोजिष्णुः तिक्तरसम घवायु that means akasha vayu pradhana rasam and that tikta rasam is swayam arojishnu by itself. It is arojishnu, something which causes arojakam. Nobody likes tikta rasa. It creates some sort of a disagreeable feeling. Tikta rasa. Even for all disagreeable experiences, we call it as a tikta anubhava, isn't it? So tikta that way is swayam arojishnu. Swayam by itself, it is arojishnu, causing arojaka. But arujim krimi tridvisham kushta murcha jwara utklesha daha pitta kabhan jayed. Jayed, it can win over certain conditions. What are they? Aruji. When somebody is having an arojaka as a vyadhi, tikta rasa can be used therapeutically. It has got the capacity of arojaka nashanatva. But tikta rasa as such is arojishtu. Then tikta rasam is good for krimi, good for trid, good for visham. krimi, trid, visham, kushtam. So it is kushtashamagam. Murcha shamanam. Jwara shamanam. In jwara we find it, isn't it? Tikta pitte visheshena prayojyaha. So jwaraharam. Utklesha shamanam. Utklesha shamanam or nashanam. Utklesham is a state of doshas in Sharira. Utklesham. Utklesham is having another meaning as well. Utklesham is sometimes used as a word to mention the nauseating feeling. Hrilla, some type of feeling. But I think it is a state of doshas in the body, which is an agitated stage, ashanda avastha, a turbulent state, a dislodged condition, a stirred up condition, utklesha. So tiktarasa can control that sort of an utklesha. It reduces or pacifies utklesha. Daham, daha haram, pitta haram, kabha haram. So Kushtha, Murcha, Jwara, Utklesha, Daha, Pitta, Kabhan, Jayed. Then Kleda Medo, Vasa, Majja, Shagran Mutro, Upashoshanaha. Upashoshanaha. It has got the capacity of Upashoshanaha. Drying up. Drying up can happen in many ways, no? Wind can dry up. Heat can dry up. But here it need not be wind or heat, but with something else, with some other capacity, it can cause upashoshanam. This upashoshana property of tikta rasa is very effectively used in many clinical conditions. Now we will come to it. Before that, we will find the words mentioned here. Kleda upashoshanam. Kledopashoshan. Kledam, we found that klesham, utklesham. Here we find kledam. Klesham and kledam. Kledam is a state of moisture, a wet feeling, status, a wet status. That is kledam. Then medas. Medas is a dhadu. Vasa. Shuddhamamsasya sneha. Majja. Another snigdha dhadu. Shagrit. Mutram. So for all these sneha bhavas, kledam, meda, vasa, majja, shagrit, mutram, in all these sneha bhavas, upashoshanaha, it dries up the apya amsham. Tiktarasa dries up not by heat. So I think maybe the word upashoshana instead of shoshana is used to show that this is not by its heat. It is not done by its heat. But it may be because of its rukshata. Maybe because of the rukshata. It can dry up the sneha bhavas of kleda, meda, vasa, majja, shagrud and mutram. This is therapeutically very important, very significant. In many clinical conditions, many disease conditions, the utkleda, utklesha also happening in the agnisthana, amashaya or wherever it is, even in the shakha or in the tvak. In all these situations, Generally, the first choice of rasa will be tikta rasa, which is laghu as well. So this kleda medo vasa majja sagran mutrobashoshanaha is widely used. Majja, majja shukra bhavan rogan, bhojanai swadu tiktagai. There also we will find some tikta rasa upayoga. Then laghu, it is laghu, vayu agasham. Obviously it will be laghu. Medhyaha, very interesting. It is medhyam, medhakaram. It is a tiktarasa prabhavam. It should be explained as a tiktarasa prabhavam, because generally we give the credit of medha to maybe kabha or pitta sometimes. But none of these things are in tune with the properties of tiktarasa. Still, tiktarasa is medhya. So that can be medhahitam, medhakaram, medhavardhagam. So that way it is medhyam, tiktam, tiktarasam. Himaha, Sheetam. Rukshaha. We also already saw that it has got the Upashoshana property. Stanya Kandha Vishodhanaha. Stanya Vishodhanaha, Kandha Vishodhana. In Stanya Dushti, this is used widely. It is used widely in, except in Vadiga Stanya Dushti maybe. Kandha Shodhanam, it has got the capacity to clean the Kandha. Kandha Vishodhanam. Kandhyam or Kandha Vishodhanam. So these are the properties of Tiktarasa. Tikta Swayam Arojishnur Arujim Krimitridvisham. Kushtamurcha Jwarolklesha Daha Pitta Kabhanjayed. Kledamedo Vasa Majja Shagranmutrobashoshanaha. Leghurmedhyo Himo Rukshaha Stanyakandha Vishodhanaha. Then we will quickly see what is given in Ashtanga Sangraha about the Tiktarasa Karma. Tiktaha Swayam Arojishnuhu Aruji Visha Krimi Murcha Utklesha Jwara Daha Trit Kushta Kanduharaha. Swayam Arojishnuhu Aruji Visha Krimi Murcha Utkleda Jwara Daha Trid Kushta Kanduharaha. Kleda Medo Vasa Majja Vinmutra Pittashleshmopashoshanaha. Pittashleshmopashoshanattva. Then Deepanaha. Tiktarasam is Deepanam. Shidaviryam Lekhu Deepanam. That should be kept in our mind. Many times we will be looking for some drug which will be Lakhu, which will be Sheetam, still something which is Deepanam. Go for a Piktarasadravya. Pajanaha. Excellent Amapajanam. When the dosha sthiti is Pitta Kabha predominant. When it is, many examples you can find, no? The classical one could be a Tikta Bhajana Dravya. Okay, Sudarshanam may be an excellent Tikta Bhajana Dravya. There may be many. Then, Leghanaha, Leghana Karma. Stanya Kandha Vishodhanaha, Medhyaha, Nadi Rukshaha. Rukshada is adjusted a little bit by Ashtanga Sangraha Vagbhada. Nadi Rukshaha. When compared with something else, that is why this is known as Nadi Rukshaha. Sheetaha Laghuhu Cha. Sheetaha Laghuhu Cha. That is the very elaborate explanation about the Tiktarasa Karma. Now, it's Atyuvayoga. Atyuvayoga of Tiktarasa. Dhadukshaya Anilavyadhin Adiyogad Karodi Saha. Dhadukshaya Anilavyadhin Adiyogad karoti saha. Saha तिक्तरसः अधियोगाद् अत्युपयोगाद् अत्यभ्यसनाद् धातुक्षय anilavyadhin. It causes dhadukshayam and anilavyadhi, vadavyadhi. Dhadukshayakaram. Tiktarasam is dhadukshayakaram. Dhadukshayakareihi vayu kupyadi adinishevitaihi. Maybe recollected at this point. Dhadukshaya anilavyadhin adiyogad karoti saha. It is very clear. Now, in Sangraha, we may find a couple of points extra sometimes. We will see it. How is it? Dhadu balakshaya murcha glani brahma vadaroga parushatvam ghara vishada raukshya bhavaihi sodi samasevitaha kuryad. I will repeat. धातु बलक्षय मूर्छा ग्लानि भ्रम वादरोग परुषत्वं घर विशद रौक्ष्य भावैः सोदि समासेवितः कुर्यात्. अति समासेवितः सः तिक्तरसः कुर्यात् does these things. Which are they? Dhadu balakshaya murcha. Dhadukshayam balakshayam murcha glani bhramam vadarogam parushatvam. Parushatvam is a lakshana. Bhramam is a lakshana. Dhadukshayam is a lakshana. Balakshayam is a lakshana. Murcha is an avastha. Then ghara vishada raukshya bhavaihi. How does these does this happen? How does this happen? That is the point. The tiktarasa makes many things. How does it manage to cause these symptoms? Ghara vishada raukshya bhavaihi. It has got gharam, vishadam, raukshyam. So there is gharatvam, vaishadyam and raukshyam. Using these gunas, tiktarasa atyupayoga causes dhadu balakshaya murcha glani brahma vadaroga parushatvam. That is what Sangrahakara notices. Sangraha Vakbhada notices in the atyupayoga of tiktarasa. Now we will move to kadurasa. But I think we will not be able to complete Kadurasam if we start it today. So we will continue with the Kadugarasa karma in our next session. I definitely think that the points discussed are simple, straightforward, and do not require any extra elaboration. So we will wind up. Thank you, one and all.
Yes, thank you, sir. I just lost my internet connection.
Okay, Nilesh, we will wind up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can. Thank you so
And
much,
Happy
sir.
New Year to all of you. Happy New Year
Yes,
to
sir.
one and all.
Yes, sir. Same to you, sir, and Happy New Year to all.